Hey guys, it's Melina. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to water marble or tie-dye your nails. I've done a tour on how to do this, a tutorial on how to do this on one of my old channels, so I'm going to put the link down below. It has quite a few number of views, so I think the concept is pretty popular, but that video I just kind of did late at night in my dorm room. I was just kind of bored and thought I'd go ahead and do a video because I liked how my nails looked, and I'll put a picture of what the nails are going to look like here. So I decided to redo that tutorial a little bit more in depth. I'm going to talk you through it first, and then last night, I painted my sister's nails, and I tie-dyed her nails and everything. So I videotaped that process, and I put it on fast forward so that you don't have to sit and watch the whole thing in real time. But it did turn out pretty cool, and I did have some trouble with my nail polishes. Normally I use my friends, and they spread a lot better. So that's one thing to watch out for. I guess I'll just start with what you need. You need a little bowl. This is just a Tupperware container, and if you fill it about halfway with water, you're all set to go. I recommend having some kind of a napkin. It's just always useful. You're going to need some kind of a stir stick. This is just like a kebab stick, I guess. It's just wooden. You can use a toothpick. You can use the tip of a mechanical pencil, anything like that. You just need something that has a point that's kind of thin at the top. You're obviously going to need nail polish. I actually recommend cheaper nail polish. It just seems to work better for some reason. You'll see later on in the video how it spreads, and that's what you want. You want nail polish that when you drip it in water, it spreads out into a ring. That'll make more sense when you see it. Just pick two colors. It doesn't really matter what. I mean, I guess you could do more if you wanted to get really ambitious. I usually stick with two. I found that if you do a color and then a white, it turns out best. And of course you're going to need, it's just a clear coat, and this is Top Speed 60-second base coat by Revlon, and I found that this works so well. I just put a base coat on and then a top coat after I'm done. So you're going to need that. You're going to need nail polish remover, which actually mine ran out when I was filming the tutorial yesterday, so I accidentally threw away that bottle, but that's okay. And you're going to need some tape. It can be like this, it can be duct tape, I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as it sticks to your nail, you're good to go. So I'll just walk you through it verbally, and then I'll show you it later. And you want to start out, just put down a base coat on all your nails. That way you just have a nice clean surface. Make sure that you take off any old nail polish you have. That's very important. Then you're going to use the tape, and you're going to cover half of your nail. And if you look at the picture that I posted earlier, you'll see what I mean, how half of it isn't painted, and the other half is tie-dye. So you're going to put tape across the half that you don't want tie-dyed. And then make sure that your bowl is half filled with water. Then you're going to pick your two colors from your cheaper nail polish. So like OPI doesn't usually work because it's a good nail polish and it just doesn't spread as well for some reason. I think you need more watery nail polish for it to work really well. So you take two colors. So I think last night I did like pink and purple on my sister. So you take the purple and you unscrew it and you drop it. Sometimes you can pour it from the base. Again, I don't recommend using expensive nail polish because it does tend to use a lot of your nail polish, more so than just painting your nails. But you can pour it from the little base of the nail polish, or you can drop it by tapping. Like if you take this and you hold it and you tap like that, sometimes you'll be able to get a little drop off the end, and that's what you want. You don't want to dunk the brush, it just doesn't work well. So you rotate, so if I did a pink drop in the water, it would spread out, and then I'd take the purple, and I'd drop the purple drop, and then I'd drop the pink drop, and you're going to get a target, so it's like pink, purple, pink, purple. So that you're just going to have a little target. That's when your stir stick kind of a thing comes in, and you take it across the top of the water, and you swirl it, and that's how you get the tie-dye. So that's where you get to be a little bit creative. Then you're going to take your fingers, and you probably won't be able to get all 5 in one go, I guess. So take 2 or 3, or just 1, whatever you want to do, and you dip it in, and when it comes up, your whole finger will be covered, and I show that in the video that comes at the end of this video, and your whole finger will be covered, but that's fine. And just make sure you do that with all your fingers, and you're probably going to have to do the drops more than once, but that's fine. So just do that until all your fingers are covered, and then let it dry, and once it's dry, remove the tape, and so you'll have half a fingernail tie-dyed, and it will still be all over your fingers at this point. But that's not that big a deal. So once you have it organized like that, you want to take your nail polish remover and your paper towel or your Q-tip or whatever you use, cotton balls, to take off nail polish, and just go around the outside of the nail and just get rid of the stuff that's all over your fingers. It just doesn't take very long, and just be careful that you don't take off the tie-dye part. If you mess up, you can always just redo a nail. It's not that big a deal. Just put the tape back on, add a little bit of nail polish to the water, and stick your finger back in. No big deal. So then after you have the nail polish removed, so that you have just the half a fingernail tie-dyed and the rest of your fingers are clean. It depends on what you want to do here. I show both ways. I actually did one hand with dots, one hand without on my sister. And if you decide you don't like the dots like she did, she decided she wanted it without, but I had already done one hand, you just go through a little Q-tip and you just use nail polish remover and get rid of the dots. No big deal, really easy. So you can do dots on the half that's not tie-dyed. Again, this will probably make more sense once you watch the video of me actually doing it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And that's really it. I mean, you can put a top coat on after. Actually, I highly recommend that. It'll make it last a lot longer. The picture you saw earlier is actually of my nails the last time I did it. And that lasted, I think, like 3 weeks. Like 2 weeks before it started chipping. It lasted longer than manicures that I've gotten in my salon did. So, by using the base coat and then putting on a top coat, or even like 2 or 3 layers of top coat to really seal it in, worked really well for me. And again, the Revlon top coat, or it's a base coat, but I use it for a base and a top coat, and it works just fine. So I recommend that. The colors, that worked really well. It just came in this really, really cheap, I mean, I'm telling you, really cheap nail polish, okay? Like, I've had this since I was really little. It comes with like little rings and stuff attached. I don't know. My niece uses it now, but the nail polish that came in here is actually what I found worked best. So obviously not a very expensive quality nail polish. I've had that for forever. And that's what worked best for me. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I post new videos every Monday, so be sure to keep checking back, and follow me on Twitter. It's just at Melina Cahill. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be sure to have a new video up next week for you. Bye.